Hello. Welcome aboard, everyone. Hopefully everything's working. I don't know. It's been a little bit of a break, and honestly, I needed the break. So, thank you all. Let me see what has happened in the chat because it looks like things happened. Also, I would have been. I was ready to go earlier, but I was waiting for the freaking ad break to happen, and it was like taking its damn sweet time. Um, anyway, Elixir, hello. Thank you very much for the 60-month resubscription. NeoGets, yes. Thank you for the welcome back. And for the 27-month resubscription. Finally, your sub knows the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Detective Zen, thank you for the 42 months. 5 years. Yes. Hi, Pretty Witchery. Shadows of Life, it's good to see you. Let's hear it for being old. Hi, Witcher. More admin than fieldwork. A Witcher watcher? Oh dear. Hannah, thank you for the 100 bits. Which watches the Witcher watchers? Oh geez, Elixir, that one's a little bit of a tongue twister. Let's see, what else we got? Which witch watches which Witcher watchers? That's even better. Oh geez. Wait, watching Witchers? You guys are silly. Shadows, thank you for the 2 bits. 2 bits of pride, yeah. And Elixir, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm catching up. You all did a level 2 hype train, which was amazing. I'm lost. I'm catching up. Labyrinth, yes. I still like I've seen it, but I also just don't like know it. Which I know is a bit of sacrilege, but like I've seen the whole movie. If it was just running on the screen, I'm not sure I could identify it, and I probably could not tell you much about it because it's not one that I've watched a lot. I don't know why. I tended to watch instead. I watched like Dragon Slayer, or honestly, I watched Midnight Madness and Bedknobs and Broomsticks all the time. Eye damage from staring at David Bowie all the time. Hi, Two Flower. Okay. I am catching up. I'm catching up. You got 2 ad breaks? Okay, that's redonkulous. Hi, Lord Portico. Thank you for the 60 months as well. Friendly neighborhood torpedo. Starting a religion with Bowie and torpedoes, it's okay. Yeah, okay. One of Henson's best non-Muppet works. I watched the like special like Christmassy thing that I watched this year was the new Fraggle Rock, the Fraggle Rock First Snowfall or whatever it was called. It was good, a nice nostalgic Fraggle Rock. No plot, just pants and globes and clocks. Okay. Clobes and glocks are literal and euphemistic. Globes and clocks. Clobes and glocks would be very different. Yeah, it was the new Fraggle Rock special. It was on Apple TV, and it was good. It's been a while since I watched Fraggle Rock. I knew they were making new ones, but yeah. So yeah, hi everybody. It has been an age since I was on here. I needed the break desperately. I felt bad every time I kept canceling, but I needed the break. And then today was my first day back at work. And by the end of the day, I was frozen and needed a lie down. So when I got home from work, I laid down on the couch with my eyes closed for a bit. I didn't like take a nap or anything, but I just needed to stop for a little bit because I was exhausted. But yeah, my office today didn't get above 62 degrees. Uh, First day back for you as well, Fast Insider. Yeah, I mean, my first day back would have been Friday, but I was just like, no, thank you. I'm gonna take a vacation day on Friday and come back on Monday. Oh, the captain's bed. Yeah, I just forgot to put the little wall up, but whatever. It's the couch, but it's also a bed. Because I sleep better in a room by myself. So I sleep in here. Claymation Christmas. That is a good one. I think I found it on YouTube a little while ago. Like last year. I know I was looking for it last year. But yeah, like I know some people think it's weird to like sleep apart from your spouse, but honestly, most of my life I slept in a bed by myself. And for many years I slept in a room by myself. And I get better sleep when I'm in a room by myself. So yeah, I know it used to be very common, especially in like houses of nobility or whatever in like Victorian and Edwardian times. Like the master and mistress of the house had their own chambers and they slept separately generally. I mean, honestly, a lot of those were arranged marriages for political alliance, but still. Two separate villas connected by a reflecting pool. That would be amazing, but would require being able to afford a house, let alone two. Yeah, there's lots of daytime for activities together. Yeah, it's it's actually it's helpful, beneficial. But I am still experimenting with trying to get this room into exactly the or like the layout that I want. It's not quite right yet. I just haven't had the energy to like move the bookshelves again. NeoGuts, congratulations on being randomly selected as a VIP for the stream. Enjoy your digital gemstone and the ability to award pun points. Exactly, NeoGuts. It just and the thing is we slept in the same bed for a long time, and it wasn't until lockdown that and when Philip got sick that we started sleeping separately, and it was just like, hey, I'm sleeping much better. so so then it was, I think we're gonna do that now, like because I'm getting better quality sleep. Kind of funny that having your own room as a kid is a big important thing, but as an adult you're meant to share. Yeah, and oh my god, I didn't have my own room as a kid until junior year of high school, because there were three of us and there were two bedrooms, and I'm the middle child. So my older brother had his own room, but I didn't get my own room. I shared with my younger brother until I was a junior in high school, because that's when my older brother moved out to go to college. But yeah, that's the yellow couch. It's just the back of it folds down and it turns into a bed. So 5 kids in 1 bedroom. It would be so hot in there. I'm gonna get the game up on screen because it's been ages since I actually played this game, and we have to figure out what's going on with Harvard Ivy. But we can keep chatting. Silence at last. Yeah, that's why there's this big cultural push to go and visit family over the holidays, and I'm like, but this is my time off of work. This is my time when I can just shut myself in and avoid contact with people and recharge. So I don't spend a lot of time going to family gatherings, and 2 weeks of family would honestly, I'd be crawling by the time I got back. Sterling, hello. It's good to see you. Okay. I hope everything is going well, Sterling. Let me load the game here. Gosh, we haven't played since November 24th. Ooh. Susceptible to guilt trips. I have been working on that. Okay. Oh, we're just jumping right in. That's okay. Penguin! He's Penguin. Spent the weekend with family, sharing a hotel room with 2 other people. Yeah. I enjoyed the fact that we stayed home. It was partly because Philip was on call during the entire break, so staying in town was sort of required. I was gonna. At first, I thought this was a broken fire alarm, but no, it's a light fixture that's missing with the wires coming out of it. It's such a great apartment they have. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. So, how'd it go? It went well. Well, or well? Really well. Your little app came through despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Air conditioner is required, yeah. Huh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you.
Oh no, a teensy-weensy little question.
Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
A giant crate full of pizza yums. Because when pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. I'm guessing the app did that. Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions, on the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete. Hey, look! You also won a prize. You'll get one of these for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Exactly, Shadows of Life. When you have pizza on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. I love the pizza bagel emote. I never did sit down and do work and actually make the one that I had thought up in my head. Now, let's check your score. Percy seems to like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. I mean, that's the goal. You can eat pizza almost anytime anyway? True, but the bagel makes it easier. Or more culturally acceptable? I don't know. It definitely makes it more delicious. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 6,400 points. Nice! Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yeah, sure. I mean, we did just start the stream and finish. Okay, how do I guess. Wait. Return! There it is. This is literally I finished the first chapter after a month of not playing. Great. Level 2. Chasing Ghosts. Candied jalapeno cream cheese? Interesting. It is the future year 20XX. And you know what? Things are pretty okay. I've worked as a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games, and I had tea with Francine while she reminisced about the far-out 196Xs. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I've scraped gum off any number of surfaces. I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee-ball machine. I think one is too many. Okay, look, I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and the grossness. I'm happy, and that's all that matters, right? Right, you're happy. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Harvard. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate Juniper. She's taken to stopping by during her lunch break whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff. And stuff.
Yes!
Good. Numerous kids puking nachos? What's wrong with the nachos? Probably too much soda. Agreed. Super good, double plus good. Iris, we've talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am? Exactly. I'm not a huge jalapeno person, but I do eat them on a number of things. And the best thing I ever had them in was at Stella's Fish Cafe in Minneapolis. They had this jalapeno cornbread. It was amazing. The bottom layer had, I'm guessing they were candied jalapenos, but it was served with honey butter, and it was sweet and had the jalapenos at the bottom, and it was just really good. Clean off the nachos. Oh God, man. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
So, Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot you tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to, like, move colored bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives. That sounds like a team building exercise to me. Assistant synergy manager? That sounds like a very vague job. Yeah, it's actually entry level. Good pay and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit in before they started advertising for candidates, and I said, nope. Who'd want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So, 2 weeks ago. Right when I needed to find work. You told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
Oh.
Pretty witchery, yeah, probably not much corn. You have lots of sheep, though. My favorite map of Australia just maps out the areas as sheep and no sheep.
Well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie. I was happy here indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch after having pizza bagels for breakfast, because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week, pulled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Harvard, say something. You're scaring me. I lost my lifeguard job. I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my time at the Funplex. I don't need some grand reason why when I feel this good deep down inside. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future. Right? It's okay. I'm where I want to be. It's okay, everything is fine. It's not okay, why didn't you tell me? Honest truth, lie to protect Juniper, or harsh truth. I would never want to be a synergy manager, assistant, or otherwise. Agreed, Alexi. It's okay. So I won't be angry or upset, simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. Welcome to the path 90% of streamers take. I mean, it seemed like the right path. I chose this path of my own free will, even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But if I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong, it's still no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper. You were right. I'd have hated that job. And things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do.
like I do. I think it's hilarious because he just paused and the wheels were turning. It was like she's waiting for a response, but like the spin wheel of death was on screen, waiting for the processing to happen.
I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby.
But she also couldn't have known we would get this job, and it would. This is true.
And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I won't deny that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
I do have $1,000 chair at my office. I didn't know that's how much it cost when I started sitting in it. It was apparently like a sample or something that was sent to the library. It's nice. I'd like to get one for here, but it's $1,000. Looking back means you just walk into stuff you didn't know was there. Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I'd have hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was kind of awful about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay. And you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah? You bet! I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Right. What I need right now is a distraction, and frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. But when pizza's on a bagel, and hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting, talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see, who's available? Percy's taking a break from his score-chasing queen bees between matches right now. Teo's shaking it on Showtime stage, and Ashley's not on mascot duty today. It's been a while since I was talking this much. We're gonna go see Percy because we're gonna go see Percy. I know Percy is cool with people interrupting his Moopy mania, but I still prefer to wait until he's taking a break between rounds. Looks like good timing for lunch. Instead of pizza bagels, you can go find a pizza place or a bagel place. I would hope that there's like a walk-in pizza yums, like a chain of pizza yums where you can get pizza on a bagel anytime. We don't need a reason to see Percy. This is indeed true. Also, I will always call this Moopsy. I know Moopsy didn't exist when this game came out, but every time I see it now, I just see Moopsy. Exactly, NeoGuts. Percy's flipping through messages on his phone in a highly bored manner when I walk up to him. Hey, Percy, how's Moopy today? Oh, pretty bad performance overall. Haven't even cleared 1 million for the day, and a few of my stock picks are down. Bad luck overall.
Lovely day.
But on the whole, can't complain. Every day is a gift. So, do you need something, Harvard? To be honest, if I don't get out of here and get my mind off of things, I'm gonna melt down. I was thinking lunch. You had lunch yet? Don't you usually have those little pizzas? You noticed, huh? I subsisted on peanut butter sandwiches for a time. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Harvard. Life has ups and downs. But seeing as you're looking to avoid the downs at the moment, by all means, let's go fetch some lunch. If I may suggest our destination, you haven't been to the whole story yet, have you? The donut shop? Donut shop and used bookstore. They have pastries and sandwiches and the like. It's a charming little cafe at heart. Yes, the whole story. Not suggestive at all. If you'd be kind enough to accompany me, unless you'd rather have little pizzas. Donuts and books, a winning combination.
Much obliged.
And let's be off. See? Whole story. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for. No more, no less. I couldn't say I'd been a part of any community outside the immediate circle of my coworkers, whereas the others visited a whole story frequently. Percy leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I've ever been in a little independent bookstore. How is that a strange smell? I know. I mean, that's a smell that happens in our office often. Anytime that somebody brings in donuts, we have the smell of old books and sugary sweets. Or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20XX. Who buys book in brick and mortar stores anymore? Not just that, Alexi. It's when they burn the coffee in the cafe. I wish they would stop burning the coffee in the cafe. But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and, yes, munching on donuts. Percy secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on, what the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. I'll have Douglas Adams. Don't worry, they know my order, and it's my treat, yes? Elixir, that was my reaction too. Not Dewey. We can imagine it's something more obscure. I mean, LCSH is probably the best option, but those aren't the only two. I mumble out a thanks, trying not to make a big deal of it. Cash is tight and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. The Douglas Adams is not a classification system. Obscure like the alphabet? No, I'm thinking there was a cataloging system created by the Minnesota Public Library, and they actually still use it for part of their collection. I can't think of the name of it right now, though. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Hey, I'd like, one super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle special surprise with orange juice. You know what? Surprise me. What's your favorite donut? Just a glazed and some coffee. Keep it simple. I like the super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle special surprise sounds okay, but I don't like orange juice. So, the vibes system. Surprise me, what's your favorite joke? Or favorite donut? Wow. Now I'm... surprise me. Hey, what's good? What's your favorite order from the menu?
One Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
It's Terry Pratchett. What do you mean pastry's not a lunch? The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paperback book onto the tray featuring a many-legged wooden travel trunk on the cover. The luggage! Oh, excellent, excellent. Huh. A literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Hi, James username. The real stars of the show, yeah.
Right, we've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
And never step in.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right. Sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Harvey Ivard. I am not speaking very articulately tonight. Right, sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Harvard Ivy at your service. I'm your inside guy for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
I mean, I never could have guessed that Two Flower was a fan of Terry Pratchett. Just never. I said Harvey Ivard. Yes. Who knew?
Regardless, welcome to the whole story.
What are names,
I'm
really?
Ben.
I'm Matt.
This is slightly uncomfortable because my older brother's name is Ben and my younger brother's name is Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
Apparently, the sugar is available in forms other than round and holy.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
It's not a date.
Just friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway,
Anyway.
next order, please.
The pair waves the next customer in as I return to Percy's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray. I'd have warned you, but honestly, Ben and Matt are our best experience without spoilers. They invited me to their wedding, you know. I was new in town back then, but, well, they're kind-hearted to say the least. I don't know. I'm trying to do an accent with him, but it's wandering. Anyway, Percy opens the Douglas Adams book they gave him with his biscuits, but only peruses it lightly out of politeness to the booklenders. Soon we've devoured our food. It's probably not a very nourishing lunch, all told, but the sweet treat does wonders for my mood. Lexi. Except, I mean, but that's also Bastion cider. Except, Percy definitely picks up on something being a little bit off. Penny for your thoughts? It's complicated. Penny for my thoughts, then? No need to share yours if you're in no mood. Okay. seriously, why Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? Why not? Because there's easier high scores out there to knock over. I looked it up on Twin Galaxies last night. That score stood for 30 years. And that's the challenge, isn't it? But I suppose it's not entirely the challenge that appeals to me. It's, well, how to put this? It's personal. If you don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. I don't mind telling you, Harvard. I wouldn't tell a complete stranger, but we're hardly strangers, yes?
Put simply, Moopy is. It was my little sister's favourite game. Dear little Stella. My sister was a child prodigy. A leap ahead of the curve in every respect. Sharpest mind. Cleverest wit. The warmest heart. Mm-hmm.
And mazes. Oh, how she loved mazes. She had a gift for pattern recognition and optimization. A gift and a passion. It thrilled her to no end to take on a mental challenge and defeat it soundly. We got her books and books filled with mazes and puzzles, and she'd clear one of them every day. Always wanted more to fill her dreary hours, but only so many mazes. To solve the problem, I got her a handheld game console and a copy of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Honestly, at the time, I knew next to nothing of video games. A friend of mine is in arithmetic class suggested it. It took every scrap of pocket change I could muster buying that game for her. My family had next to no money, you see. A nobody family in a nothing village. Well, I suppose you can relate, right? Yes? I can relate. Yes. My family had a lot of troubles as well. I've struggled, yes, but tried to keep level, or you noticed the pizza bagels, huh? We started out with money, I guess, but that didn't last long. Eventually, things like video games were just out of reach. My parents loved me and tried hard, but, well, the family curse kept getting in the way. Downsizing, pink slips, bad luck again and again. And yet, here you are, doing what you love, despite it not quite alleviating all hardships. I made my choice. It's going to be fine. Everything is fine. As you say. So, the game helped feed my sister's need for greater and greater challenges. That's the key to Mr. Moopy, you see. It generates pseudo-random mazes. Pseudo, as opposed to, well, it's early 1980X technology. Depending on your path through the mazes, you can precede the randomness. It's part of the challenge, playing the game of the game. And Stella could play the game of the game like no other. Better than I could, even. She'd no doubt have beaten the high score by now. Her name up in lights as the champion to unseat a 30-year legacy. And that's why I'm a maniac for Mr. Moopy. I wait for him to continue, but nope, that's it. I think I understand, though. You're trying to beat it before she can. Stella can't take the score herself, not anymore. You keep using the past tense when describing your sister. I'm sorry for your loss, Percy. I'm sure she was every bit as bright and clever and warm as you described. I wish I could have met her. Thank you, Harvard. Her loss it certainly left a hole in the world. When she passed a few years ago, all her potential, all her brilliance, gone. Percy sighs deeply, letting the memory wash over him and pass.
If not for the heart condition, despite everything we tried, everything I did, in the end, it was simply too much. And now, Mr. Moopy's my connection to Stella. She dreamed of beating it, but the little handheld version she had wasn't quite the equal of the original. So, one day, I'm going to take down the score, and I'm going to do it in her name. I'll put her initials at the top of that scoreboard. S-I-S. 3.5 million points by Percival James Sinclair, earned in honor of Stella Isabel Sinclair.
Sis.
I know that on that day, somewhere she'll be smiling at me and saying, "Good show, Percy. Good show."
Despite the sadness of the story, I can't help but smile at the ending. Well, on the day you beat the score for her, floor attendant Harvard will be there to cheer you on. Thank you, love. It's appreciated.
Beep beep.
Lunch break is over, apparently. Back to the grindstone, eh? The arcade's not that grindy. Curious. Well, if you'll pardon the obtuse observation, you do seem to be going through the motions. Huh? No, I'm not. I'm having a blast there. By doing what needs doing, yes? Of course, I'm a diligent employee. I suppose it's a question of ambition, but it's not my place to judge, and you've work to do, yes?
Be seeing ya.
Go on. I'll return the tray and our books. Can't say I get what he meant by that. But he's right about one thing. There's work to do. I take my leave and return to the Funplex. I was doing generally okay on hitting a British-ish accent, but not the right British accent to match the one that the voiceover actor did. But you know, it's what I could do. There are so many British accents. Okay, time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs taken care of, when I'm intercepted en route. Harvard, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Percy's a bit up north, but it's pretty mild. Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Hey. Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Harvard, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on. What's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza is a game finder and auctioneer and gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel. So we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. I've been an employee here for 2 weeks. You think I'm ready to run the entire store by myself? Percy's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Hey, what gives? I want in on this too. Let me tag along. You're trusting the Funplex to a newbie? I might burn it down. How about Ashley and I swap places? And I come with you. Oh dear. Oh, thank you for the follow, James username. Me? Seriously? Did we learn nothing from the Great Kitchen Fire incident of 20XX that Harvard exudes an aura of perpetual bad luck? That cruddy old microwave exploding had nothing to do with your pizza rolls. Pizza bagels! Whatever. Hey, hang on. I get a say in this too, right? As a fellow floor attendant? I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Harvard be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met, trust me. I want to do more than I've been doing. Different things, new things. So show some initiative, like, I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Harvard instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. Oh, James, yeah, go get some sleep. I need to go get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be... I'm really stumbling on words today. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away! Yeah, it is self-care. This is like, I've been off for 2 weeks. This is the longest. Yeah, the ad tac is about 10 minutes away. This is the longest I've had to focus for 2 weeks. All right. Leaving me waiting outside with my 2 traveling companions. What if we bring our bad luck to the auction? Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It is a nice coat. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? The 4 of us pile in, and it's off to the highway. Usually I'm really good at reading quickly, but today, no. It has pockets and whimsy. Pockets full of whimsy. Yes. Oh, there I am. With the black hair and the green eyes. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. I know it does look like the Mystery Machine, doesn't it? Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement. So exciting! I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids! Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers, a raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this? A raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage Burger Time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we got an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help us little guys like us. Or help the little guys like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh. Gavin's right, this could be a lot simpler. Helping out the little guys sounds good here. Yeah. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who wouldn't let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. Or who... helps if I read it correctly, huh? I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people. Am I right? Correctamundo! Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. But he's got a big heart, and that means something in this business. Not enough big hearts left some days. 90% picket. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in. What about the offsite storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster can be filled should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above everything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww.
The new challengers? Yeah, I've seen some playthroughs of that. I have yet to play it myself, though, because I was waiting to play this one first.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but
What?
floor space is finite.
Wait, there's a new game coming next week? As in a third Arcade Spirits, or is it something else? But floor space is finite. Oh, a new visual novel in general? What's it called? I need to go wishlist it. I like that I've turned off the indicators of which answer is what, and I'm just going with what it feels like. Looks like I have to finish this game and its sequel this stream. I wasn't planning on streaming quite that long. Game. Okay.
And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game.
This game, its sequel, Penny Larceny, The Shadow over Cyberspace. Okay. Laugh track. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, toss those on my wish list.
Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are. You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment, or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic diversion. The weather. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on. Well, there's the curse of the bad luck. Wonderful. I'm glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case. That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add any I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns, exposed to the elements, and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game to lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh, good point. And with that good point, I'm going to go to the Be Right Back screen because we're about to be attacked by the unavoidable advertisements. So I will see you all in a couple of minutes. Okay, we should be back. 16-second ad for an Australian Catholic university and a turbo end roll thing. I don't know. I wish I could shut them off entirely. But Amazon owns this and they don't let you. Okay. Glad to see these two get. Wow. My tongue keeps tripping over everything today, apparently. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where is this auction or raid happening anyway. We'd been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some closed down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Ah, the classic Ivy luck in play. So majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? That's too many ghosts for one house. Yeah, it's supposed to be 13, right? 13 ghosts? But then the house would have to be made of see-through glass walls. This is more like the house from House on Haunted Hill, or the remake of House on Haunted Hill. The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah. Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. 15, one for each front window. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. You know, it could also... There are more windows behind my head. I think there's just one that's partly behind my head. Oh no, there's 3. One halfway and then 2 more. We could also, I mean, given the weather and how the house looks, we could encounter Dr. Frankenfurter. Don't feel obliged to play every game. I put them all on my wish list, though. He's too high energy for you in a heat wave. I mean, it's just a jump to the left and a step to the right. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but no one rushes forward to greet us in a blur, as the others pay little mind. I mean, we might also run into Tom Hanks, because this looks like the money pit. I forget who co-starred with Tom Hanks in the money pit. It's been forever since I saw that movie.
Greetings, friends. Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
James, I hope you get good sleep. I am definitely having a good time with the game.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Rash.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Harvard Ivy.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Because your home is in a bottle, isn't it? Or not a bottle. That's I Dream of Genie. Your home is in a lamp, right? Like Genie from Aladdin? I'm sorry, it's the way he's dressed and the way he just appeared out of nowhere. Those banisters are not up to code. A small child could totally get wedged in between them. Yeah, probably. It does look like there's a bird as the finial on the end of the banister. Kind of a dump, isn't it? Secret of Antiquity, 198X is antique. Thank you for your gracious invitation. I was unaware Reagan era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud. You have fire indeed, but rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by Eve's end. Hi, Obi, it's good to see you. I am streaming for the first time in weeks and having a difficult time with words. Especially reading words out loud. My tongue is out of practice, it seems. Actually, I think I'm just tired. A holy game? That probably doesn't play well. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Harvard Ivy. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, longtime allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome. Welcome to Donnawood. Okay, thank you, Pretty Witchery. Yeah, Donnawood, but yes, Dollywood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately Pleasure Dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
No figs. Don't get trapped. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid. Or an arcade auction, or whatever. Donna Michaels! I knew it. I should have recognized Donnawood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 198X. Naomi, I was born in 199X. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate, so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. We're gonna go browse the games with Naomi. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me? I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up. So I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Awesome. Thank you, Pretty Witchery. Oh! Herbert, look! A 2-player variant of TMNT! These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find! Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anybody want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare, it's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point! Anyway, it's hard to find one of these, 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but I can recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have money for more new projects? How many restorations are in your backlog right now? Oh, jeez. Ninja Turtle. Oh. I was thinking of my own backlog. This is honestly one of the hardest decisions I've had. I've been trying not to do the safe response, but I'm doing it this time. Hey, Naomi, quick question. How many games do we have in storage right now, waiting for the same restoration treatment? And how many games on the floor right now need a tune-up? Let's see. I know there's 3 on the floor right now that need reproduction side art decals, and Pac-Man's marquee is a bit dim. Plus there's the 4 or 5 in our rental storage unit I still need to get around to, 2 of which have dead monitors, so can you really take on more projects right now? Putting it in context of all the work that's ahead of her seems to bring her back down a little. A bit. I could make the time. I could get it all done, and then some. I'm sure of it. I mean, Naomi sighs, frustration building. It's not fair.
I know. I mean, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do. so many projects I can actually take on.
But no, do all the things!
But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love.
Damn, reality always getting in the way. Uh-huh.
But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that. Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do. So when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really, you went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm the oddball here. It's funny, I followed my heart and just found what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right? It's a slim hope, and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice. Now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time. Something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. A lot of these games are on life support. Borrowed time. But they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition and that weird 3D projection tech that looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. Okay, I'm gonna talk back to myself now. The high-def displays are flat, and if the game was programmed for a CRT, it has a curve, and if you just project it without making any alterations onto a flat screen, it will be distorted. LCDs are crap for arcade games. They're wrong is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got options. Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make their vision blurry. How about we buy some cheap and common games, then gut them for spare CRTs? That sounds like arcade murder. We don't want to murder them. Oh, number one is great. Hey, cheap and easy solution to that. Install an LCD and buy a baseball bat. When someone drops a quarter in, bonk them on the head. There's always the chance they get amnesia and become a JRPG protagonist as a result, though. You know, if not for the massive lawsuits, I'd love to see you try that. But seriously, it's important to use the right part for the right job. When fixing up a modern game, for instance, I wouldn't force it to use a tube.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know? What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is, but ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds. I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize the way Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I... Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the... Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of the Dark Carnival known as Deco's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough in Hamza's opinion. Oh, okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my work apron on since we'll be moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. No, don't leave me alone with the Bacchanalian Orgy Master. Excellent. Now, let us resume the social amusements and jocularities. Harvard Ivy, we will speak, yes? Hamza leads me off away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Deco Nami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex. Not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
I feel like at this point, I would just start talking a mile a minute and just unloading absolutely everything. I doubt the game's gonna quite let me do that, but okay, this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for dirt. Considering the high court of arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's best not to give him anything. But I also want to make I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex. If this guy is really a leading supplier of cheap arcade games, I'm secretly the royal heir of a distant land. Honestly, I've had a long run of bad luck. Just the hired muscle for moving games around. I won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is that my family's had a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job. After I left home, I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Ah, yes. I see the dilemma you face. I have seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, Harvard Ivy.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me. And in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals.
He does seem magical.
Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay, so how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Wait, Francine was talking about trade-offs. Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty, that is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs, though. Actually, we're going an extra half hour, Elixir. But thank you for the warning. I'm trying not to make trade-offs, though. Not to settle. My parents, they gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donnawood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. Oh, I totally understand, Elixir. No worries. It's just, Eric's gonna start streaming at 9:30, so. Just confirming. Although I don't know why I'm confirming, because Pretty Witchery already did the confirming. But yeah, so I will stop stumbling over words. I'm gonna be going up until he starts. So. Let's see what Hamza has to say. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years, she lurked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumor has it that she was found dead within her beloved arcade, hand still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. And now her lost and aimless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spoopy for me, man. Too spoopy indeed, and obviously a grim fairy tale rather than reality, but I feel there is an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums. She wanted for nothing, and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
Precisely. So many years thrown away, refusing the world around her in favor of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Harvard Ivy. But you must balance a dream in one hand and the world in the other, at all times. Naomi, she clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Harvard Ivy? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh, what else was I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed a finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Friends, let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza. If your bid is not a serious offer, the hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a photo slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap. Or her knitting. Or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Oh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm going to go browse the games again. See if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here. I could swear I didn't see them all. And how about you, Harvard? Want to watch the auction with me or go help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug our purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks. I think. I'll help if you let me wave the paddle around. I'm sorry, Gavin. We're following Naomi. It's hard to see your way now that the sun's gone down. Naomi might get lost. Technically, the sun's been blocked by clouds all afternoon. Still a factual statement. As you like, try to dissuade her from dropping more items into the wish list if you can. Right, now to find Naomi. Without the roaming crowd of arcade collectors actively roaming, this place actually feels super empty and super dark and super creepy. By the time I actually locate her, I can't even see the auction. I'm deep in the virtual woods. And there she is, staring into a darkened corner. She's possessed by the ghost of Donna Michaels, isn't she? I'm about to get spooked. I'm about to get spooked so hard. Oh, Harvard.
Look! Look!
Instead of tearing my skin off and shrieking like a banshee, Naomi just points to the exposed back of an arcade game old wood having rotted away years ago. And inside, nestled beneath the circuits and monitor tubes, is a sleepy mother cat with several sleepy kittens. I feel a burning need to post a picture of this to the internet.
Yeah, I already took care of that.
Well, okay, as long as someone did.
Huh. The cabinets back here have a lot of water damage and wood rot. I guess this kitty and her family took shelter some time ago. But someone's gonna buy this game soon, and then they won't have a home anymore.
I didn't think you'd be a cat person. Or a people person, for that matter. I mean, you strike me more as a game person, as in you'd give your games cute names and preen them and have way too many of them in one apartment than is healthy.
Hey, I'm not that game obsessed. Well, okay, maybe I am. But as much as I'd also love to save the game these cats call home, the cats are more important than any silly arcade game.
It's true. Despite claiming to be antsy around strangers, she's been nothing but friendly to me, even giving me her lunch the first day I got here. As much as folks in the arcade consider her to be a bit game obsessed, there's clearly more to Naomi than being a one-note otaku.
We've got to do something for the kitties. So what should we do?
Buy the game, maybe? Then you could save both of them.
Tempting, but I'm already pushing my luck with my wish list. I can't add a game we don't need just to save these cats.
Take them to an animal. You should adopt them. They need a home. Do you have room in your home for some new friends? I think they could use a friend. And you're a good one to have, furry or otherwise. Kittens. Well, okay. I can't adopt all of them, but maybe Mommy Cat wouldn't mind parting ways with one kitten. A shelter can take the others. But where would we take them? What shelter? And how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do? Naomi, we have the internet. All right! Thanks to the wonders of the information superhighway, Naomi's got the instructions we need in seconds. Didn't even need an iris backing her up, thanks to speedy tapping. Right, okay, we're going to need one cardboard box large enough to fit them all. Not a problem. There's plenty of boxes around here left behind by movers and liquidators. 2, to avoid being scratched up, heavy gloves. No problem. I brought a pair from the Funplex. Was expecting to use them to haul giant wooden game cabinets around. 3, some food for the trip. They had turkey up at the buffet table, right? Just basic breast meat should work. Water too. Lastly, we need some bedding. We need bedding of some sort to line the box. A blanket or something. I wouldn't trust, like, the curtains or anything in this crappy old house. Could have bugs or worse. I might know where we can get a blanket. Upstairs. I'm sure Francine has knitted one. Right. Pass me your gloves. I'll get the box. You go grab the food and the blanket.
Woohoo!
It's Operation Kitty Rescue. Go! Right. It's up to me now. For the sake of a bunch of absolutely adorable little fuzz muffins, I must accomplish my sacred goals. Gavin and the auction can wait. It's go time. Scooping up the roast bird and water, that's the easy part. Plenty of pickings left over, even after ravenous arcade owners descended upon this buffet. As for the blanket, well, we conveniently have access to one of those lying in Francine's lap, her knitting now complete as she snoozes away. I'm reasonably certain she wouldn't mind me appropriating this for the sake of some cuddly little kittens, right? Let her sleep. This will take cunning, agility, and an iron resolve. Carefully, very carefully, I work the blanket free from Francine's hands. She's out like a light, but better safe than sorry. And take it slow. Soon I have the knitted blanket free from her grasp, and didn't even have to interrupt her beauty rest to do it. Score 1 for Harvard. I should probably feel bad about this, but kitties! Kitties are at stake here! Food, check. Water, check. Blanket, check. Now, to assemble all these components together into a giant kitten-saving robot! I return to Naomi, busy fretting over the kittens while tugging on the work gloves. Not long now, cuties. Not long before we find you a new home. Harvard's Kitten Rescue Service at your service. Oh, say, that's a pretty nice blanket you found. Wait, isn't that Miss Francine's blanket? I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Wait, you just took it? Naomi, seriously, do you really think Francine would object to rescuing cats with it? Well, no. But, oh, I don't know. I guess we'll work with what we have for Kitty's sake. I'll apologize to her later, on your behalf. Actually moving the cats is trickier than I thought it'd be. The gloves protect Naomi from scratches, but coaxing them out means tempting them with food and water and being very patient. And soon enough, ta-da! Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my god, that is so adorable. I want to die. That's right. Did you hear that, kids? You're so adorable. Harvard wants to die. Weird. I bet you'd be surprised to hear this, but I collect stuffed animals, plushies, furry little cute things, stuff like that. Not all my toys have plastic buttons and vinyl T-molding along the edges and run on quarters. I'm not that surprised. You like cute stuff. Yeah, before I found arcade games, I had quite a collection of dolls and plushies and stuff. My relatives would keep showering me with random toys when I was a kid. Like, visit an auntie, get a doll. Visit my grandfather, get a stuffed kitty. Eventually, my closet was practically bursting with the stuff. Mom made me give away a bunch of it to charity. To clear out some storage space, I didn't mind, since then I could make other kids happy, but I decided to keep getting dolls anyway. not even to play with, just to have. Even as I grew up, if I spotted something that matched my aesthetic, it became mine. These days I wake up, see that collection with all those googly eyes and button eyes and stuff, and, well, it brightens my day, you know?
So beautiful.
But real kitties, and so many of them. These are going to brighten a lot of people's days. We definitely need to share more online photos of these little cuties, but for now, I'd better babysit them. Don't want any kitties wandering off. Still, her arms must be getting tired as she set the box down for the time being. Sorry, Harvard, that means I can't really help move our purchased games. You okay doing it with Gavin instead of me? No problemo.
Thank you.
And hey, thanks. You stuck by my side all day, even when you didn't have to. Heck, you're even here instead of Ashley. You didn't have to do that either. Why did you want to hang around me all day anyway? Just doing my job, happy to help you get through the day. I guess I really wanted to spend time with you, Naomi. Oh, I mean, honestly, I wanted to spend more time with you. Oh. I really admire how much you love these games, and I just think you're pretty and so enthusiastic and so positive, and it really brightens my day to have you around.
I guess it brightens my day to have you around too.
But I don't want a romance. But the auction's going to be winding up soonish, so I should take the kitties upstairs to wait with Francine and look after them. Would you mind finding Gavin, telling him where I am? Sure thing.
See ya.
Okay, I'll see you later. She scampers off to take the cats upstairs, where it's warmer and brighter. Right, back to Gavin. Although finding my way through this maze in the dark is easier said than done. Well, no point waiting around. One foot in front of the other. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Polybius, Hamza. Hamza's tall tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games. A game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted a quarter. Game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game? I want to play the game. Sorry, I just heard the three options in my head as part of an ABBA song. My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the colored lights swirling on the screen. Play the game. Play the game. Play the game forever. Polybius, copyright 198X. Sinneschloen. Sinneschloen. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it has a meaning, but I don't know what it is. Game start. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1, the Harpy. Round start. There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing? Out here, touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble. You need to stay safe, Harvard. Trust me. Believe in me. I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me. You need me. And you'll always depend on me. Always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life for your own good. Harpy used overprotective. It's super effective. hurt. It really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you have to better yourself. I won't let you leave me. You'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Harpy used Yandere. It's super terrifying. Okay, I don't know this word. I must look up this word. Stealth game about stalking a boy and secretly eliminating any girl who has a crush on him? Okay. I was unfamiliar with that. Ow! Juniper, stop it, please. You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? And if you do, I'll beat you until you understand. The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action? Summon a cleric. Refuse to believe. Attack the harpy. This is ridiculous. This isn't real, and this isn't you, Juniper. I know how much of a bastard I am for saying this, but you're not competent enough to be a calculating mastermind trying to keep me dangling from your leash. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy to pull off something like that. I know you. I've always known you. And I know you're sincerely trying to help me, even when you mess up. Player used harsh truth. It's super honest. No! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Harvard. You're right. I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake, but it wasn't to keep you under my thumb or anything like that. Juniper, I'm smiling. It's okay. I'm going to make this work. It's hard work, but I'm going to make my dream come true. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper. A kind heart as always. Okay, I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the Shade. Round start. This is all your fault. Nope, I officially can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it piling up, mounting up, because you are a failure and will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears and the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get. That's who you are. Forever. It's never going to change. The arcade job? It'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought out by Dekonami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like you deserve to be. Shade used depression. It's super unfortunate. You were better off not caring, not feeling anything. Go with the flow, accept your fate. Fall away knowing you never really had any other option. You can't even mount a defense because I'm you, and you know I'm right. You know you're right. We'll never be happy. I can't do this. Current health, 100%. Action. Summon a tank. Struggle against darkness. Attack the Shade. I like the summon a tank option. I don't think it'll work, but I like the option. No, I'm giving in. Why wouldn't it work? I don't know. The arcade, it's my ticket out of this misery. I can climb my own way out of the family curse. I picked this one mostly because I know it is like I knew that this would give me the type of result that my therapist would actually say was healthy and the thing to do. So, hi, Painting Pirate. Welcome in, Grade Hounds. It is good to see all of you. Hi. Can we get a shout out for Painting Pirate? If you have not stopped in to say hello to Painting Pirate ever before, I encourage you to do so. You'll have a fun time. You hit 300 miles. Oh my gosh, your legs must be killing you. But yeah, welcome in everybody. If you're new here, I am Rogan27, and this is my first stream back after like a month of not doing game streams. So I am playing Arcade Spirits for the first time, which somebody at some point put on my random wheel, and it took forever to actually show up as the game I should play. Oh, Puddle Glum, thank you so much for the 50-month resubscription. It was Shadows. Okay. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Hi, DC, Painting Pirate, Eustacia Vi, Cypher Tears. Good to see you. Hopefully you were all having fun over with Painting Pirate. I am going for approximately 20 more minutes, and then we'll be raiding into 16-bit Eric once he goes live. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm fighting against Shadow Harvard at the moment. The arcade. It's my ticket out of this misery. I can climb my own way out of the family curse. Can you really? All by yourself? If you could recover without anyone's help, you'd have done it by now. You don't stand alone, Harvard. But until you realize that, I'm always going to be here, always watching, always waiting for you to stumble and fall. Shade used retreat. I should have done the tank. I don't think I really defeated him. Me. I mean, Okay. Step number 1, once I'm out of this mess, therapy. Prepare for final boss. Good. I'm ready, and I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, the Lost Soul. Round start. I don't get it. Not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just wanted to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever. Walked inside, then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted. I was happy. I didn't struggle. I didn't try. I didn't do anything more than I had to do. Just like you. Like me? I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. Nobody liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star, so I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You could do the same. Maintain. Eat the pizza bagels. Do everything that's asked of you. Let Juniper continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here. You could let go. Play games forever. Be happy. No ambition. No hope. No need. You'll be fine. You'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Oh, sorry, that was her the second time. Ever since my little lunch date, something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me to. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. Oh, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health, 100%. Action. Missingo from Pokemon Red and Blue. No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. If I can make the arcade thrive, I'll thrive. I will turn the Funplex into a palace of fun. My friends have supported me, I'll support them. I had no real ambition before, but I'm ready to step up. No! Add tax. We're gonna try and avoid those. Snooze. I don't know if I've managed to push them out far enough that we'll hit the end of stream before they happen, but I have done all that I can. So many wonderful people call the Funplex home. They've welcomed me in, made me one of them. Now it's my turn. I see what Gavin means about protecting dreams, but I'm gonna go one step further than he has. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond just doing what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the Funplex. It is an awesome jacket with the stars and the pointy shoulders. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, to find both success and happiness. And when the Funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again. But the glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's a hard path, but that's how it's gonna be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I eye my health bar nervously. It's still full, but that could change. I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. I can't risk a fight with Donna. I need to get out of here. Prioritize my survival. Or do I want to try and save Donna too? That was not a decision. It was easy. This is risky as hell, but nobody deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky story taking root in my mind, and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying. And you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know, because I've been mired in depression too. And I know if I can beat it, so can you. Nobody wanted me. They hated the second album. They moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Right now, there's a young woman with a phone filled with your music waiting out there. She's going to play your whole catalog for me once I'm out of here. She cares, and I care. Maybe the jerk's back in your day lost interest, but nostalgia's a heck of a thing. You could not have come back to her. A tour? I always loved performing. The rest of the business, I hated it all. I hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. But the concerts, I loved the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even Donna's spirit. All that's left is this simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Error. Harvard, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real enough to me. Error. No escape. Purpose. Code. Execute. You need to go before Polybius completes its data collection of you and disposes of the original like it did to me. I'll hold it back, and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but my apologies in advance. Hang on. Do I smell something burning? No escape. Erase Donna, replace with new player, erase. She's fading, but smiling all the same. It's okay. I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Harvard. Don't give up, no matter what. I saved her as best I could. At least she escaped. In her own way. Also, something smells like bacon and I'm in a lot of pain? As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire. On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flames, leaving only smoldering denim and the melted remains of my phone. Iris? Oh no, she sacrificed herself to save my life. Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone and possibly have first-degree burns, and I'm backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Elixir, thanks for being here. I will see you later. Quickly, I rush toward the sounds of people talking to catch up with Gavin. Gavin!
Greetings.
Ah, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called Polybius so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story and we may not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Sold. One rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The woman, who hadn't said anything all night long, nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with the woman, presumably to go box up the game and put it in Warehouse 13 or something. But Hamza, wait, you can't! Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not need to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better, especially if I don't want to be renditioned to a black site prison at an undisclosed location. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. Yeah, my phone caught fire while it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, and occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but as a hospitable host, wow. But as a hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
That is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than whipping off his trousers right there and then, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap, who provides a spare pair. Why do you just have pants on demand?
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Now, in apology for being unable to provide you with the game you sought, perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. My friends, the final 3 games for auction, all rare and special, all highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them made it to mass production. What you are about to see are rare gems of arcade history. Harvard Ivy, you may make a priority bid on any one of these games of your choosing. A glance at Gavin, who's shaking his head lightly, confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care, I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. And with a click of a slide, I see.
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown, all in mint condition. All three are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard. Wyvern Keep, a much sought-after Laserdisc full-motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast. And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies. Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what can you offer Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens, Naomi? Oh, I found them hidden in an old arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Wait, is that a Phrase Invaders? OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that, really make it shine. Please, please, can we bid on it? Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everybody likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premise. That'll earn and earn well.
Ugh.
You, way too violent and gross, and jingoistic and immature. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Woman protagonist and 50 cents a play? It's not as cool, but it'll work for both of us. I suppose we could live with that, yes. But it's all moot. We can't afford any of them. These are the sorts of games millionaires and private collectors scoop up. I suggest we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Harvard, do you concur? Earth to Harvard, you in there? Hello? I remember. Before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in, every summer we'd go to the beach and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with. A game no one had even heard of before. Yes, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Oh, I see fire in your eyes, Harvard Ivy. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear. The game I remember so fondly was, it's Wyvern Keep. That's the one I was interested in initially, even before the others weighed in. The narrator, the music, the way the cartoon played out in front of me. Amazing, like nothing I'd ever seen before. It's like King's Quest 6 or 4. Wait, 4 was the princess and 6 was the queen, wasn't it? I can't recall. I think that's right. Also, I think we're going to be attacked by ads before Eric goes live, so that'll be interesting. But we traded tips with other kids at the arcade, trying to master the sequence of moves to win the game, and eventually, I beat the Wyvern. I rescued the prince, the first kid in the arcade to do so. My parents were so proud of me. Those were good years, good memories before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Wyvern Keep. Good choice. I'm okay with that. I suppose Wyvern Keep would earn its keep, but we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend. But the world demands its toll.
Oh, actually, I wish I could delay the ads. No! We're gonna get hit with them, so I will let them. I don't know, we'll see.
What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams?
What will I bid?
Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambition?
Hi, Bude.
What do you hold in equal value to them? Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day
Pants.
rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning that Hamza would accept things other than money if they tickled his fancy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get hit with ads. I have one shot at this. I can't half-ass it. He's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response.
Hey, listen.
Psst, Harvard, I'm over here now. Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And that doesn't sound like my Iris. Now, seriously, Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. It's important. My emotional tension detection routines indicate that this is an intense identity situation. My programmers wanted to fit in an R. But you know the rest. I'm gonna actually pause the game there. I'm gonna save it. And yeah, the ads have started. I'm gonna let them roll, and I'm going to actually do the credits for anybody who can still see and hear me, because I do need to end so that we can get over to Eric's stream, and because I'm gonna leave it on a cliffhanger. Okay. I tried to make the ads not happen. I couldn't delay them any longer. All of my mods were here today. It was amazing. I know, it's a great cliffhanger, isn't it? Yes, I'm aware. Thank you, Detective Zen. Of course, thank you to my moderators, Elixie, Hannah, Lord Portico, and Sterling for all being here today. Thank you for the resubscriptions, Elixie and Neoguts and Detective Zen and Lord Portico, and I am Puddleglum. And thank you for the bits, Hannah, and let's see if I can do this before. Nope, I can't. Shadows of Life and Elixie. We got a level 2 hype train, which was lovely. And of course, we got rated by Painting Pirate. Thank you very, very much for that. And yeah, that's that. Yeah. There's I'm gonna trip over words now. I'm really enjoying the game. I love that we have progressed. I want to say thank you very much for joining me. I plan to be streaming on Wednesday. If I can get everything done. I got to work and realized I had nothing ready. But we will be looking at the development of supersonic aircraft at NASA. So that will be Wednesday's Archival Adventures stream. I should be ready to go with it by Wednesday. Saturday, we will continue with Blueprints, and then next Monday, we'll come back and do some more Arcade Spirits, because this is a fun game, and we have to see what my decision is. What will I give to get this rare and special game with a princess protagonist saving the prince, which is, of course, the best possible concept for a game. I'm stalling so that the ads will end and I can say goodbye to the rest of the people that got forcibly hit with advertisements, because there's no option. They have to run. And yeah, hi, welcome back, everybody. I'm very, very sorry that the ads attacked us, but I ran out of continues, so I was unable to make them not attack. We're leaving on a cliffhanger. I will negotiate a price with Hamza for the Wyvern game next Monday. Blueprints should be Saturday, archival adventures on Wednesday, looking at the development of supersonic aircraft. Thank you to my mods and the subs and the bits, and to Painting Pirate for the raid. We are going to be raiding 16-bit Eric today, who is doing a Monday night games stream. So I encourage you all to pop on over with me for honestly one of the best streamers that I have ever had the pleasure of watching. And yeah, I do have a raid call. It is there for you. It comes in both subscriber and non-subscriber flavors. So copy pasta, the one that is to your taste, aka has the emotes that will work for you, and serve them up when we arrive. Thank you all so very much for joining me today. I hope I will see all of you again soon. And until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.